weekly roundup on SA Football TV. He's
Darcy Evans.
And I'm Tommy Javor. Well, I did it back to front, mate, because it was a bit of a back to front, weirdo kind of round in Division 3. Of course, round 10 we're talking about before we preview round 11. We saw a huge upset. We saw another big upset. We saw an absolute smashing, a good game, and another Kilburn performance. And they've really just not...
Wasn't too bad performance apparently.
Okay.
But we'll come to that, yeah?
Yeah, no, I guess they, No, they're in the mix. The first one, though, we'll get the ugly out of the way first. It was at Duncan Fraser Reserve. Pembroke were all the rage, and they were far too good. Pembroke 24 goals 10, 154. Jeps Cross 4 goals 8, 32. Look, they're only 11 points down at quarter time, but in the second quarter, Pembroke came out, kicked 11 goals, 1.
That's right.
They were either incredibly accurate or not under a lot of pressure, one or the other. But either way, it wasn't good. I'll do the Pembroke goal kickers because I like the sound of my own voice, and there's about 20 of them.
Right. And yeah, there is.
Evans kicked 6, Pengelly kicked 3, Jimmy Allen kicked a couple, as did Holbrook, Williams and Mason. They then had another 7 individual
Did I
goal
say
kickers.
Vanderhoek? I thought you wanted to say that. Even though they kicked the single, you normally like to say that.
No, it's Vanderhoek.
Vanderhoek.
Connors, fouls on Williams, Allen and Marini were Pembroke's best players. For Jeps Cross, mate?
Yeah, just the 4 individual goal scorers. Mason, Sawulski, Mordaunt and Bray. And best players Collins, Hudson, Rose, Boothie and Mordaunt. How do you pronounce, I'm presuming? So
it's close enough, mate.
Yeah, no, so look, a massive win there, just to Pembroke.
Yeah.
And, gee whiz, not no surprise, but gee whiz, a massive win there. So
yeah, and Jeps Cross certainly going to want to watch themselves because we'll get to it in a minute, but there's somebody coming up from behind. It's not Mardi Gras, but someone's coming, and they could come with the thunder because we'll get to that in a sec. Flinders Park 14, 16, 100. Too good for Kilburn 18, 12, 60. Mate, you're a Flinders Park man. You got any mail on it?
Yeah, I just spoke to some of the boys. They said, look, even though that was a win by
who did you speak to?
Some players I cannot remember. They're just there. I popped in there just after our fantastic call we did on the weekend.
I was going to say, at the call, a couple of ex-Flinders Park boys at the call on the weekend, and you're a very popular man. You're a bit of an icon around Flinders Park. You might be the most popular redhead I know.
Oh God, we'll go with that. So I'm the only redhead that probably just play footy down there, but anyway, it's indeed. But look, Flinders Park 14, 16, 100 defeated Kilburn 8, 12, 60. Look, it was a win. I think Dave Kennewell, looking at the big win that we just saw from Pembroke and Kilburn are on the bottom, he probably would have liked a bit of a larger win than that one, considering we are sitting second, Kilburn last. But hey, win's a win, we'll take it, of course, but we wanted to see something a little bit bigger than we saw then. So.
Yeah, and Kilburn, I reckon this one just about books it for them. With Walkerville's improved form, they'll be in Div 4 next year. But for Kilburn, Longy was there on an old Bulgogi at 5. That's Arlong. Is that Longy, the photographer's brother? Well done, Longy, with 5. You're my second favourite long now, behind Andrew. Sorry, Matty. O'Loughlin, Galbraith, Parks. That's not Billy, that's his brother Cole. Longy and a bloke with a real big long name starting with W. Wolichowski we'll go with, was in the best players for Kilburn, so they're battling away. Well done. You can do the Flinders Park.
Flinders Park, yeah, Blythe in there again with 3, McInerney with 3, Hornson with 2, Morrill, West, Greeky, Fuller, Jacob Fuller, probably just the one. He usually kicks a bag, but obviously just might have moved around a bit in ruck roving. Best players Blythe, gee whiz, if he's not going to be winning the best and first this year, I'll go he, because he's been the best players every week. Good pick up there by Flinders Park, Smith, Wilson, Green and Morrill. So look, good win Flinders Park. They say don't take nothing away from Kilburn. They did play very well. I would like to see what the scores were during the game, but 40 points nonetheless.
Yep. Okay, next one. It was a thriller. It was a very close game. There wasn't a lot of them on the weekend across the 6 divisions. It was Athelston in the end getting up with straight kicking, straighter kicking, 10-9, 69, with Golden Grove 8-16, 64. A 5-point win there to Athelston. Look, Golden Grove would be disappointed with that because they were 22 points up at half time. They led pretty much all day. And even up to the 17-minute mark of the last quarter from all reports, a late goal to Luke Randa sealed the game. Didn't seal it, was still up for grabs in the last second, but it's got them over the line by 5 points. So well done there to Athelston, going from strength to strength, I guess, and making every post a winner, sitting top, and well, that's where you want to be.
Absolutely.
For Golden Grove, Blades kicked 3, and the rest were all singles. Ingram, Blades, and Corey Pressler were the better players. Shepherd and Scudsy in there as well, a couple of familiar names. For Athelston, Tarka kicked 3, Randa kicked 2, a host of singles. Sheedy, what a footballer he is, their best player, along with Sullivan, Fitzpatrick, Swift, and Owen. why we said that. We just did.
Exactly.
There was 2 big upsets, mate. That were pretty exciting.
It was good, and good upsets too, like big margins as well. So we got first one is Plimpton over Seaton Ramblers. So Plimpton 15-11 101 to Seaton Ramblers 10-14 74. So
before we go to the best players and goal kickers, now I mean it was only 5th versus 7th, but Seaton Ramblers have improved so much, and we thought their consistency was the area that's really impressed us. Whereas Plimpton have only been able to win against opposition pretty much lower than them on the ladder. So this is a big one for Plimpton. Being that they're in the Glenelg zone, mate, I'm going to take this one. I'll do the Plimpton names. Doncaster kicked 4, McLeod 3, Smithy 2, Midland 2, a host of singles with Smith, Tan, Tabner, Pigalato and McLeod. That would have had old boys Jamie Morgan and Johnny Kelton frothing at the bit. They would have a big Saturday night with that 27-point win. For the Ramblers, mate?
Yeah, we've got Mascara 2, Harlem with 2, Wildwood 2, Singles 2, 6 other players there. Best players, Gates, Annett, Wild, Sean Court again. Look, he's just come back. He's in the best players 2 weeks in a row. So
is he flies in, flies out?
Flies out, he does. So you may not see him for another couple of weeks, but good to see him in the best players. And Brush Hand. So good win there to Plimpton.
Now, in last game, this is changing the landscape of Division 3 as we know it, because we thought we knew who was going to get relegated possibly, but Walkerville have come out 11-12-78 to Mitcham 9-8-62. Now before this game, Mitcham was sitting 4th, Walkerville was sitting 9th. Now I'm going to go back to round 3 when I made the big call, Division 3. I said something. I made a very big call about a changing of a coach. It's happened at Walkerville. New coach Brenton Wortley has come in. Automatic change straight away. They've knocked off the top 2. Yep. So great effort by Brenton. Well done to the Cats. Back on the winners list. Outside the relegation zone now. Just by the looks of it. Oh, you've got the Sunday Mail there.
Yeah, I have.
Are they out of it?
Not
well. They're out. Well, on percentage, but it's the first time they've been out of it this year.
Yeah.
And I remember being there back in '97. We had a crisis meeting and decided to make some changes about this time of the year. I bet you the same things happen. The good people down at Walkerville won't let them go to Div 4. I don't remember them ever being in Div 4.
Oh, they've been Div 2 and 3. They've been around that mark.
That's it. That's it. Since the '97 changeover to SAFL from SAFL. So come on, you Catters, keep on going. Well done. Schofield 2, Wallace 2, Carwell 2. Dusty From's back. He's kicked 1. That's a big in. So I think they've done a little bit of cum sa before June 30th as well. Good to see Dusty there. McCulloch, Hastings and Law were their better players. Some new names in there, which is good. For Mitcham, you haven't got it?
No.
Can you see it? Do you want me to do it?
Oh, you can do it.
Rowan Webster were the only multiple goal kickers, whilst Sergeant Schultz, Clark and McAvoy were their better players. So that's huge for the Cats.
It is.
I don't mean to get excited, but that kind of excites me because it's where I started my career.
Change of coaching and they win straight away.
We don't see a change of
AFL,
you see that happen. We don't actually see the change of coaching happen very often in amateur league footy.
Exactly.
Most teams just grin and bear it for the year, and probably, and I'm not having a go at the previous coach because I'm not privy to all the information that happened there, and I don't care. But it takes balls to change coaches mid-year, because I've been around clubs, seen clubs who've probably made the wrong appointment, and you can only assume it wasn't the right appointment in the end because he's not there. It's fair to say, isn't it? I'm not trying to be a jerk here.
Absolutely.
But generally, clubs will just take the crap season and go down a division. Although this day and age, you don't go down and up. You can do a T2 gully and say we don't want to play in that division. It's too hard.
But halfway through, they've won a game that puts them. They're still in relegation mode, but gee whiz, that puts a bit of confidence in there. Through the club, and they're third bottom there.
Mate, they haven't just knocked off anyone. They've knocked off Mitcham, who've been
the top 5 side.
Yeah, well, yeah. Look, we certainly had them around the top 3 mark, Mitcham, based on the way they'd improved this year. So yeah, good win. And on to the goal kickers. Evans, Pembroke 43, Harlan from Ramblers is 29. The rest are all 28s and 27s, and Geet, Beat Gunning and Randa. I don't think they'll catch Tommy Evans.
Oh, 6 on the weekend, I think it was. So gee, was he's bagging. So yeah, just go through the ladder now. We've got probably Seaton Ramblers are 5th, Golden Grove is 6th. So just the one game out, Golden Grove. So they're probably still a chance.
But again, 5% Darcy.
Yeah,
that's
massive.
Huge because they're running out of games. Yeah. I think the top 3 is set.
Yeah, Alfred finished part Pembroke. They've been the best all year.
Yep, I could see Pembroke winning the premiership. They've got the pedigree and a couple of real guns that I reckon Jimmy Allen come September might be pretty tough to match up on.
Is it full forward be tough? But I was picking Flinders Park, of course, but I think he's both got good sides.
I tell you, I've talked to him a fair bit this year. One thing not on Flinders Park side is your percentage is down a little bit, which means you might end up losing a home final because of it. End up having to play your first one away. Who knows? So it's still a long way away. But yeah, Dave's Kennel's impressed me.
Done amazing things out of Flinders Park. He certainly has.
No, so it's good to see about it. Of course, let's not forget. Last year I tipped you to win the premiership, so maybe it was just a year out. So, a really good result there, and I think you're getting this week's games up. I hope you are.
We are, because I haven't. My iPad's slowly flicking over. So.
Yeah, but it's going to be a very interesting round 11, isn't it?
No, it is.
We'll start with Golden Grove and
Pembroke.
And this one will be played at. Keep still. Harper's Field, mate. Your thoughts?
Yeah, no, I think Pembroke by a bit. Even though Golden Grove have done very well. Golden Grove are sitting just out of the 5. They need to win to stay in the 5, but this is not going to help their cause, I don't think.
I don't think Golden Grove have done that well. Yeah, you're right. Win this week and I'll say you've done well, Golden Grove. This is a must-win game for them.
One game out of the 5. If they lose this, they obviously be 2. You've seen Rams, they're playing Flinders Park. They will depend on that game as well. But I think, even though it's out at Golden Grove, Pembroke by a bit.
Yeah, look, I'd like to every now and then throw the upset up there. I'm throwing up the upset this week. Last chance, Golden Grove. I'll get off you forever. Golden Grove at home to cause a huge upset, keep their finals hopes alive. I just think underachievers, and this week they've got a fire. Pembroke are coming off what might have been a soft game, a 25-goal win, a 24-goal win, whatever it was. Based on that, Golden Grove will find a way this week. Maybe it'll be wet and there'll be a pig dog fight and they can find a way. Come on, you cookers, lift.
Next game, Athelston versus Plimpton. So Athelston, they are sitting top, of course, and Plimpton with their good win last week is 7th.
Yep.
So look, I still think Athelston, I think, going to do quite very well against Plimpton, but I think Plimpton will take the task to them this week as well.
Plimpton, awesome last week. Will need to be awesome this week to get within 5 goals of Athelston. So Athelston should win this one quite comfortably. I reckon just about a match of the round candidate is Seaton Ramblers and Flinders Park, because this one has connotations for the rest of the year, doesn't it, mate? Because they sit 2nd and 5th, but it's really tight in the top 3. So Flinders Park probably can't afford to drop this one at Pedlar Reserve.
Definitely not. And Seaton Ramblers are very hard to beat at home too. They have a big crowd. They put themselves all around the ground, of course, and they cheer from everywhere. And very tough. Obviously, I'll pick Flinders Park, of course, but it's going to be a very tough game out there.
Yeah, I was down there one day at Pedlar Reserve and watching the game, and someone was really nasty to me. One of the seat.
Did hurt.
Feelings were hurt. Things were said, but we'll move on. Heat of the moment type stuff. And then there was the guy with the chain that ran on the field. But anyway, you get that. Different strokes for different blokes. I'd like to just say bravo, well played, sir.
Yes, indeed.
No, it's a tough place to play footy and tough place to win. I think Flinders Park just though.
Yeah. And next game, Mitcham versus Jeps Cross.
Mitcham.
So Mitcham without doubt.
Coming off, Mitcham must win this to make sure they stay in the 5 and can put potentially 3 games between them and 6th if they win this. 3 games and percentage, so they'll make the most of this one.
Absolutely, and the last game, Walkerville versus Kilburn. Walkerville come up that good win last week, must win this to avoid relegation. Kilburn, well, the same deal there. They're a bit unlucky a couple of times, but I think Walkerville with a change of guard, change of structure, maybe change of just everything happening at Walkerville, I reckon they're going to win by a little bit.
I think Walkerville will start rediscovering winning form and make it back-to-back wins for, I dare say, it is for the first time this year, and move themselves a game and percentage, a big percentage outside of the relegation zone. So the Cats for mine. It's been Div 3. It's been an emotional rollercoaster, Darcy. We'll be back next week.
See you later.